That's how you know you're a true threat. The entire team is focused on you and you alone. Vitamin, I found the #1 ranked Spider-Man player in the world, and we're gonna see exactly how he plays, so we can copy him, and also maybe learn how to beat this demon. I just got back from the gym, so I'm all oily and sweaty, and honestly, I feel like Golden Freddy right now. I also dropped 600 ranked wins on Spider-Man 2. And I mean, if you're named Golden Freddy and you're able to demolish teams like this, you probably have just built-in natural aura. So first things first, we're gonna look at the team compositions to see, does this team comp benefit the Spider-Man? He's gonna be starting off defensively on Yggdrasil. Personally, I don't really like defensive Spider-Man a whole lot. I think it's a very selfish choice, and it's so hard to slot into a team where you would think Spider-Man's very sacrificial. He doesn't really play with his team a lot, and if the rest of your team's not prepared to work around your playstyle specifically, you could be a major bane to your team. You're essentially fighting a 5v6. Keep in mind too, this is ranked. I don't know if this is Golden Freddy teaming up with anybody, but let's assume this is a solo kill. Right away, I noticed the team up with Venom. This is so good for the Spider-Man because he's able to get his 1-2 punch combo that he normally can get, but on top of that, he has this little get out of jail free card with this with the Venom util. Look at the strategist. We have 2 strategists with us. We have the Cloak and Dagger for a little AoE heals. Plus, being able to heal Spidey from the skies is helpful. To supplement having Spider-Man means on the grounded level, you're not going to have as much damage output. And it's going to be a bigger reliance on someone like the Doctor Strange and, surprisingly, the Invisible Woman to lay out more DPS. Thankfully, outside the Spider-Man going through the skies, the magic should be playing on the convoy and with the rest of the team. So herself, the Doctor Strange, playing in tandem, the Venom will be leading the dive around those shields. That's going to benefit these 2 strategists a lot. They're going to be able to dump damage and dump heals, and once we get to see the Eternal Bond ultimate come out from Cloak and Dagger, she's going to be able to help this Venom dive in forwards to create more space for the team. Let's get to the juicy part. Let's look at the team comp from the enemy team. Right away on the attack, this is bold. We have ourselves the Human Torch, and we have Iron Man, 2 flyers on the squad on the attack. Now, they're not going to know right away that they're facing up against the Spider-Man, let alone the #1 ranked winning Spider-Man in the world. Who could blame them? The fact, though, that we see double flyers means that they're going to be laying down a lot of aerial attacks and have the healers enable more so the Thing and Magneto. Very similar to how we see this Venom and Doctor Strange playing it out. It's going to be a little bit more different, though. Damage is mostly going to be supplemented into Thing, and we're going to see the 2 strategists dump all of their heals mostly into the vanguards, and occasionally the 2 flyers are going to dip down and try to get some help. Now, one thing I didn't mention before is that each team will have the Invisible Boundary, the ultimate for Invisible Woman. That's going to be very helpful to create and deny space for both teams, but for the healers especially, that's going to be extremely helpful for them to get a little bit more safer distance, engage in more aggressive fights, to clear some way for the Thing to get those final kills. But very quickly, this attacking team's gonna run into a problem. They have a Spider-Man to deal with. He is so good about targeting flyers from the sky. And because it's Yggdrasil, there's a lot of deviating paths to worry about, especially as an attacker. This Iron Man is going to likely get bullied a lot early on. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of these 2 players changes to more standard non-flyer. We unfortunately don't know what the bans are. I'm assuming Namor is probably banned out, so that won't be an option for the attack. But I'd really like to see how Stan 901 and Top 2 Chains deal with the Spidey's presence. So let's see what Spider-Man does here. He's waiting to see. Right away, his movement is incredible. This is unbelievable to see. He is just flying around everywhere, creating a presence, and most importantly, something you don't really hear a lot of people talk about, at least from what I've seen, is breaking crosshairs of the enemy team. So what Golden Freddy is doing here is that he's starting off on this leftmost platform. He's giving himself an opportunity to go across the map for reconnaissance to see if there's anybody that he can bully. And what do you know? There's 2 flyers. Plenty of opportunities to do so. Iron Man, outside of his right click, doesn't have a lot of options to take out Spidey, and if you're very mechanically sound and you have a fast DPI, you're probably pretty good at evading a straightforward laser beam. And we're going to see that from Golden Freddy here. Right away, he lays down some of the groundwork. He drives the crosshair of this Iron Man away from the main forces down below. I wish this game had a mini-map. I don't really know how to articulate it other than just telling you, but he's doing a good job making sure that less of the defenders are being attacked though. Alright, Spidey, of course, he knows where the heal packs are. He's not necessarily relying on Sora or Dog Wars for their strategist heals. The Iron Man, once more, you can hear where he's at. He's bowling the Flaming Torch as well. That 1-2 punch Venom team up that we mentioned is good for him to get away. But again, it's going to be tough for this Spider-Man to get the final hits. I think that's going to be the major problem for this defense. You have a Magic, you have a Venom, you have a lot of damage output for the grounded level, but there isn't really a lot of follow-up to help the Spider-Man get that final ding of damage. So we saw that struggle at the beginning for him. Golden Freddy once again is maneuvering around. Beans, the Venom is helping out with this as well. I am a little nervous about this Venom. He's going for the anti-dive on his defense. He's driving crosshairs away from his team. You can see here that pretty much everybody's prioritizing Venom, which does leave plenty of opportunities now for the Doctor Strange and the Magic to go in and keep an eye on the convoy defensively. A lot of safety around here. Does have some help from his strategist. You can see that from the Invisible Woman Psionic Burst, and you can see that, actually that's going to be the enemy Cloak and Dagger's Force Bubble to help out. But Beast, once again, has tethered the Iron Man. He's tethered the Invisible Woman. The Magneto on the enemy team and the Thing pivot back to try to help out the healers. This makes me think this is probably not a solo queue Spider-Man, especially at rank 1. The Venom's here, great for this initial anti-dive engagement where he dives. But what he can do is he tethers this Iron Man, and now the Spider-Man's like, oh, hell yeah, I can go for this. And to talk about what I talked about before, we see Putrefaction going for her right click with Magic. That's going to eliminate the Flaming Torch. So now we have a pretty good base plan about how this defensive team wants to operate to take out the attacking team. Really good early on, recognizing that Golden Freddy won't be able to natively take out this Iron Man in a 1v1, at least in that fight. The attacking team has not gotten a lot of range yet. About a minute's bled away. There we go. Good for Golden Freddy. The Iron Man was distracted, found a perfect opportunity to go for the 1-2 punch, and he's going to try to re-engage now with this Flaming Torch. Now, if you're a new Spider-Man player and you don't know mechanically how to play him as well, that's okay. You don't have 600 wins with Spider-Man. I don't either. But what he does here is he goes for the right click. He's able to get this lock on the Flaming Torch, which allows Spider-Man to use his E ability to tether onto this Flaming Torch to go for his combos. And that's how you're able to see these Spider-Men constantly engage in the air. There we go. Great melee. Uses the Venom ability. Tries to re-engage and set back up. The Cloak and Dagger heals were there to help him out. And Golden Freddy eliminates both DPS immediately. Here's the problem though. Why hasn't anyone swapped? I can understand like comfort, right? But I'm just shocked that at this point you have a Spider-Man up against you. The flyers are in the air. Theoretically speaking, already both of these strategists are very much vulnerable outside of the Thing helping out. I would think at least one would swap, right? Let me know in the comments down below if you would swap away from Flaming Torch and Iron Man. Re-engagement once more. Good right click from Top Chains. He was waiting for Golden Freddy. Back in the fray. Golden Freddy does not care, dude. But he did find the Cloak and Dagger isolated. And again, like, the beauty of a Spider-Man here is not necessarily getting kills. You really don't need to. And I know that sounds weird. A duelist player should get kills. He needs to have the high stats on the board. Yes, I agree. But as long as Golden Freddy can remove critical cogs away from this attacking team, that's the beauty of disrupting a team dynamic in a game like this. Because this Spider-Man was engaging against Cloak and Dagger, where is the rest of the team going to get heals from? Especially the Flyers. That is not Invisible Woman's forte. She could leave her barrier in the air, sure. She could ult, which she already has, sure. But in an engagement like this, if you're a Cloak and Dagger, you have a few options, but they're not really beneficial options. What Lolo can do is either swap to a cloak, right click and use his phantom to get out, which would waste a lot of this cloak and dagger's time. They could ult and use the eternal bond, which would waste the ult practically outside the attacker spawn. Die, which would be probably the worst option of them all, or hope for the best and engage a 1v1 against this Spider-Man, which they end up doing. And while they don't die, that's great. The problem now is that, again, you only have one strategist fighting up against a 5v5. Alright, Golden Freddy, now being targeted by this flaming torch. Even if he dies, though, that's more time away. Flaming torch cannot be on site. Now, Doctor Strange did fall. We see Putrefaction bringing out the magic ult. It's starting to get pressured out now. We did eventually see the cloak and dagger ult off screen. I really wish I could show more POVs, but we're limited with the technology of our time. But as soon as critical figures fall, this is the weakness of Golden Freddy. There's extra space now being allotted to this attack. Though, give credit where credit's due. 2 minutes left on the clock, and it's been a real struggle so far for this attacking team. Golden Freddy's got Spider-Man ult ready. It's going to be hard to engage on his ult, though. He's going to want to go back lines and use it against the healers. There we go. Good engagement. The 1-2 punch. Both DPS were right there, but thing is out of position. No heals around. Forced to re-engage off of the convoy. This is so good for the defense. Still no ult just yet. Not necessary. Putrefacition's doing such a great job on this magic, laying down the line. Oh, very important note, though. Golden Freddy needs to be careful. Still looking to drain the clock. Both strategists are gone now. Iron Man's also close to ult, which means this would be a good time to maybe get rid of more power figures on the defensive side and get the first point. Oh, what a miss. Unlucky there. Good re-engagement, though, from Golden Freddy. Overheated a tiny bit, but was able to win out the fight. That's what matters most. Oh, no. Golden Freddy can't find a health pack, so he's slowed down. That's point 1 now, given to the attackers. This second point's going to be really good for the Spider-Man, though, because there's a lot of elevation and hiding potential. And look at exactly where he's at. By taking his time, Golden Freddy waits for the invisible barrier to come out from Dog Wars. He's in a prime spot off of the Venom tether to engage inwards and go for his ult. The only thing he needs to worry about, and this is really a game sense moment for the Spider-Man, is if he's aware that G-Force, the Invisible Woman, is close to their ultimate, because that could nullify the Spider-Man ult. Let's see. Does he ult? No, he's not able to. At this point, the Flyers are waiting purposely for Golden Freddy to re-engage. All right, he's back. Pressure's on to use this ult at some point. Both Invisible Women have their ults set up and ready. And here's the thing, though. This is going to be another top-tier moment for a lot of players here, right? Having the game sense to recognize, okay, has Iron Man used his ult yet? If I bring out my ult, if I'm Invisible Woman, or if I bring out my ult and I'm, say, I don't know, Cloak and Dagger, or even Magic, you know, these are long-lasting ults, but the Ionic Cannon could destroy them completely and throw everything out of whack for your team. That is not something that you want. Oh, hello? Kind of bugged out for a second. Oh, he's looking for an engagement opportunity. That's why you see the Spider-Man going in very deep and kind of brazen scenarios. Luckily, he got healed out. Still looking for the opportunity to ult. This should be it. Yep, and there it is. The entire team was communicating, waiting for this Spider-Man to engage to bring out G-Force's ult. Right now, you could argue the advantage is with the attacking team. Invisible Barricade was out. They wasted and nullified Spider-Man's ult. He doesn't find any value off of that. Clobbering time is out. And now, because of this stun, Top Chains, the Iron Man can use Ionic Cannon and really face no repercussions. This could be a team wipe. There it is, Ionic Cannon. Oh. Now, we didn't get to see it on stream because we're locked to Spider-Man's POV. Ionic Cannon was out. Iron Man's forced to stand still. Because Putrefaction brought out the magic ult, he was instantly taken out. And I don't think he got a kill from that. A major boon. Tikoki, the Magneto, was also waiting. This is what I really like about Marvel Rivals, is that There's a layer of gameplay that's just ultimates and counter ultimates, and setting up the chess pieces to make sure that you still come out on top purely by timing alone. Meteor M comes out from the Magneto as soon as Sora, the Cloak and Dagger, brings out Eternal Bond. There is the Venom ult in the process that could help. I don't know where this Venom ult's going to exist. Maybe it's the pressure of the back line. I think from what we can see down here, that's the Venom ult. But otherwise, I don't know how much impact that's really going to have. It seems like it doesn't have a lot. At this point, it seems like this attacking team may have been warmed up to the Spider-Man's plans. It's been harder for him to find these 1v1s, leading to a kill. The damage has been applied to Flaming Torch. He was not healed by his teammates, though. Oh, a double! Huge from Spider-Man. And you have to wonder, where are the healers? And that's the beauty of this game. The healers are so busy trying to just dump heals into Thing and Magneto to keep this convoy going, recognizing their time is running out. That at this point, having a Flaming Torch and an Iron Man is probably not the move. You need to have something to help defend your strategist and also allow the toss and turn of getting the healer back. These two attackers are on an island, and Golden Freddy is taking advantage. Are we going to see a swap? Surely not from the Flaming Torch. He has his ult ready. The Iron Man doesn't swap either. See, when I play ranked, I really like counterplay. And I don't have Lord on any characters in this game yet, at least from recording this, because what I'll do is I'll play 5 or 6 different characters per match if I need to. And a lot of that is because, okay, I'm recognizing what's on the board. If I have double flyers and I'm getting owned by Spider-Man, I'm probably not going to continue to play an Iron Man or a Flaming Torch. I'm probably going to swap to, if Namor's available for some reason, a Namor, maybe something more hidden like a Psylocke. Even a Star-Lord would be a happy medium because you can still fly like the 2 flyers, but also have the hit scan engagement to melt down this Spider-Man's HP. Something that this attacking team is truly struggling with. There it is, that re-engagement again. Seems like the enemy team does not know where the Spidey's at. On the ground, though, allows G-Force, the Invisible Woman, to get a little bit of extra damage. No ults are really ready out for these defenders. Flowering time's available. I don't know if they're going to wait for the Iron Man ult or if they're going to wait for Flaming Torch ult. No real help at all from the defensive team. Invisible Barricade may have to come out now. Okay, maybe not. Cloak and Dagger's gone. Dog Wars brings out Invisible Barricade in response. Ult dump once again. Still a lot of being held. Ionic Cannon was immediately engaged. It looked like top 2 chains was I just realized, is my camera blocking a lot of this? It is. Unlucky. Okay. Well, now we know for the future. Just forcing out a bunch of ults. Clobbering time was used. Top 2 chains had Ionic Cannon. Unlucky that it looks like he was stopped by, I believe, the Venom in the process and could not find any kills. Now there's no strategist ults to stop Golden Freddy to bring out his spider webs. Unfortunately, again, Golden Freddy may have overheated a little bit. This Flaming Torch has been really good to stop the Spider-Man. I've been impressed. There's 10 seconds left, and honestly, I just don't see a future where this attacking team gets the second point. Golden Freddy's waiting for overtime to maybe bring out his ult. Now that the Iron Man's gone, another healer dispositioned. Great timing and recollection to know where this Invisible Woman would be playing. Usually her disengagement is going invisible, but unfortunately, the Spider-Man knew the general pathing of where Invisi could go and just pre-aimed for it. Remember, the Iron Man was gone. This could be a second for Golden Freddy. Oh, and it is. I have to look at the duelists for this attacking team. At any point, this team could have swapped, and they could have helped out their strategist more. Instead, they left them essentially for dead, put more pressure on Thing to frag out, the Doctor Strange to hold the line with the shields that would surely break in a 5v5. And there just wasn't any help. I really hope now that they swapped to the defense, they're not going to stick with double flies. Okay, now we get to look at the bans. So Namor is available, and they're not rocking it. That is shocking to me. The Adam Warlock and Bucky ban, that's fine. The Groot and Luna ban, sure. Nothing wrong with these bans at all. But the fact that instead, these defenders are they were tripling down to a point. They had a Storm. And they're sticking with the same exact characters. This is an absolute throw from the defense. This is unbelievable. Namor would solve a lot of these issues, and we're just not seeing it. I mean, at this point, it's a circus. Nothing but solo queue demons not looking to swap at all. There it is. Early pressure from the Spider-Man. He disengages. Looking for health packs, which again, now defensively, Golden Freddy is going for these health packs behind enemy lines. That means if someone like G-Force or the two strategists need to get an emergency health pack, they won't be able to. Great map control from this Spider-Man. Another fight coming out from this flaming torch. He's trying to target the Spider-Man. Again, this leaves the big macro fight to be a 5v5. One less duelist available means now a lot of this pressure is put on the Iron Man and the Thing to protect the rest of this team. I guess the Magneto too. Maybe I'm too hard on Magneto. But this magic has been laying down the law. That's Magneto gone. That's going to be the Flaming Torch gone. Is Iron Man still alive? Sure. He's just being fed heals, it looks like. And not going to the Thing. Now, the Thing does have the team up with Invisible Woman to give him 100 extra HP, which can make a difference. We are seeing the shields provide a benefit, but again, this is a very flimsy team comp. He is close to clobbering time, though. There it is, immediately used. Ionic Cannon available from this Iron Man. Used right after. Good defensive hold. I like this. Once again, I just don't know what the game plan is going to be here for these two flyers. Gotta give props to the strategists on the defense now. They are holding down the line. Tikoki does swap to the Doctor Strange. I imagine we might see a portal towards the end of this timer, if we need be. Hasn't come to that point yet. Oh my god. Everyone's looking for this Spider-Man. That's how you know you're a true threat. The entire team is focused on you and you alone. Vitamin. The Venom ult does not connect. The team up, I should say. Visible barricades out. Been kind of difficult for Golden Freddy to win this 1v1 against the Golden Flaming Torch. I think he might ult here. There it is. Agamotto's out. Not using the ult here. Golden Freddy struggling with this 1v1 against Thing too. He's forced to back out. Again, credit the putrefaction. Such a great time. Unfortunately, you have to wonder where are these strategists at. Both of your vanguards just died. But they seem so out of position. Staggering the comeback, I assume, from spawn. But as I say that too, yeah, it seems like they are. Oh, look at this now. Doctor Strange is distracted. That means he's going to be staggered from the rest of his team. Golden Freddy doesn't even have to do anything. His aura is stopping the Doctor Strange. What am I watching, man? Oh my god. These duelists are throwing hardcore, man. There's no more available. I'm losing my marbles. I have no marbles left. I mean, it just keeps going, man. I can see why this guy has 600 wins. Everyone on the enemy team is just handing it to him. He is playing very well mechanically. All right, there we go. My ult, it's the enemy Agamotto. Don't know how effective that was. It doesn't seem like it was that effective. Once again, isolating out this Cloak and Dagger, forcing out her ult practically in spawn. I think it'll attach to the convoy, but look at the amount of pressure he's able to give. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's see now. Invisible barricade from Spider-Man's side. He takes another 1v1 against top 2 chains. Where's the stopping power? Another Agamotto. Finally, Spidey uses his ult, and it doesn't really do a lot. I mean, he gets one. Because, again, this Cloak and Dagger is essentially given up. She was trying everything. Recognizes she's getting zero help from the duelists. Unbelievable. This is a team against the Spider-Man that just gave up. 600 wins from the best Spider-Man ranked-wise in the world. We saw how great his mechanical movement is, and despite him just, getting almost nothing but 1v1 wins against the double flyers, the duelists never swapped. They left their strategist on an island. It put a lot more pressure on the vanguards that the heals dumped into them because they always had a disadvantageous fight. And we saw, without even seeing what the comms looked like, a team dynamic completely crumble in front of our eyes. There's a reason why, towards the end, we started seeing nothing but 1v1s. Nobody on this defense was playing with each other at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun to make, and I will see you in the next video.